I wasn't recording. This sucks, dude.
Wow.
Oh.
I can do my dance again. Now I actually have enough time to go for.
Yeah, now it's like, what, 40 plus 40?
Yeah.
1 minute, 20?
Yeah.
Perfect amount of time to go for a run.
Nice.
That's
I
what they
can't do
say.
that, so that was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just tell you this time why I haven't been running, because I don't run.
Go ahead.
My roommate signed up for the Oberon. Do you guys know what that is?
No, but it
Oberon.
sounds like you drink an Oberon while you're running.
Well, you get one after for free, which
Okay.
is why I paid $40 for it. So it's not actually for free, and I have to run to get it. Okay. But I'm gonna do it. It's a 5K. I haven't, to my knowledge, run a 5K since I was like 11 years old, like an actual race.
Yeah.
And so I've been training, but that actually means I run like a mile and then I go get an ice matcha at Arcus.
That's good training.
Yeah.
One time.
Is it?
Yes. One time I did
This is us today.
Yeah.
Katie's mad at
He's
me
got
today.
a mustache. And he's not even. Oh, spoiler.
Oh, yeah, we can't talk about the mustache just yet.
I am very excited to have you guys here today.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm mad at myself.
Me too.
I kind of got into this new way that I start the show though. You recognize it. It's like it goes. Today's a very special day at Hunter Davidson Radio Hour Studios. Every day's special, but today's extra special. And that's because we have. Why don't you introduce yourself to the camera?
Hi guys, my name's Ela Kalra. That's all I. Yeah, you go. Oh, woo! Thank you. I was waiting for that one.
Ela Kalra in the studio, live in sound and color. Ela, would you say that you're more friends with me or Katie?
Whoa. This is crazy.
Will I get kicked out depending on my answer?
No, it's
okay.
fine.
It depends on what your answer is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
That's
I
actually
might just
true.
get cut out. Like it's just like a
Yeah.
like an empty
Yeah.
blob. For like the whole rest
And
of
we're
the
gonna do the
episode.
voice, modulator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'd
we
say it's
okay.
equal, you guys.
Nice.
Like
Well, that's
honestly.
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is
in different ways. Equal, but in different ways.
You are
Yeah.
a liar, but that's awesome.
Well, we're gonna get to that.
Well, this
I
is very
love
fun. Before the show even existed, it was, an idea in my head. Because obviously I want to, talk all the time. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
All right, cool.
My
Usually
dog
that's
licks
how we.
mine, so
yeah.
it's okay.
She'll usually work her
Yeah,
way up
get
to
in
that.
there,
She'll build up some
Charlie.
confidence. But
Stay very still.
we had a class together. The three of us had a
Yes.
class
Yes.
together this year, and did
Learned so
probably
much.
very little learning, but it was a really cool class.
Yeah.
It was an
It
awesome
was.
class.
It was an awesome class. And I remember towards the end of, and we won't talk about, I'm trying to transition away from talking about school a lot. What do you think
Sure.
about that?
Yeah, I think like for a lot of us, our identities is kind of school a
Yeah.
little bit.
I mean, we've been students for like
yeah.
what 19
Most of it,
years?
yeah.
So I think there's a healthy balance there.
And I was like, guys, I'm going to start a podcast. And you were
We were
like,
the guys in question, just so everybody
yeah,
knows.
that's
Katie
how
and
I was
Yeah.
talking to
first.
Katie and Ela.
Kata.
Kayla.
Our dual identity.
Oh, Kayla's kind of your guys'
It's like our
ship
ship
name.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ship Kayla.
Wait, let's start a fandom and we'll be the first
Yeah.
ship. That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Start a fandom?
So you guys get on that.
Of this
Reddit.
show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a subreddit would be
Yeah.
cool for this show.
Aw. We'll
Someone
s-
started.
Not nobody.
We'll
No, nobody listens.
But it won't. But it wasn't us.
no.
You'll do it.
It's just like a bunch of fan art of us made by us.
I have Procreate on my iPad. I can get
Yeah.
to it.
Start
that would be
sketching.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's just pictures of you two in the subreddit for this show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Kayla, you
Just anonymously dropping new
Yeah.
images.
But all the usernames are like
Everyone's like,
clearly. Yeah, everyone. Yeah. It's 3 users in that subreddit,
Yeah,
and they're all at this table.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're supporting. it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
you
great.
You could have kept yourself out of that. But.
You're glad I'm scrolling through the post, commenting on an anonymous account,
Upvoting. You're like, can't you
throwing
like,
out
get,
karma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlie.
Charlie, come give me a kiss.
I just start yelling at her.
Come here, baby.
Come here, sweet baby girl. Sweet baby girl, baby.
She said no. You yelled at me.
Baby, sweet girl, baby.
Sweet baby girl, baby. Sweet princess girl. She just met.
She's so baby girl.
We just got a. We just got a. I'm all over the place today. I gotta lock it in.
What? Wait, finish the
I was.
sentence.
We just got a puppy, and Charlie's been playing with the puppy.
Oh, I saw.
It was really
What's the
cute.
puppy's
I'll probably
name?
put in a video. I'll put it in post.
Right here.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Hunter's trying to take pictures.
I got a video. I got a cute video. Oh.
And the puppy's name is Denali. So cute, right? So cute. After the mountains,
Yeah.
not after the car.
Right. If you think that I know the car, that was a really good one, Hunter.
Yeah, I gotta know my audience. Well, let's lock it in. We're 5 minutes in, and we haven't done anything.
Right. Except caught up.
We did catch up because
Yeah.
you have so. I was like, I'm gonna do a podcast, and you guys were both like, well, we'd love to be on the show.
Yeah.
And obviously, I heard that and was like, well, Katie, you guys can both do work behind the scenes for the show. That would be awesome. And you were like,
then
well,
I
I'm gonna
fucked
go
off.
travel the world, I think, and find
Offer still
myself.
stands.
Did you eat, pray, love at all?
Not the white woman version.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Was that insensitive for me to say?
Well,
that?
no, because that's so
what it
valid.
was, right.
Yeah. Also, like,
Because
I can't
for
lie,
you,
I love that
but you don't like what it's inspired.
movie. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like,
Wow, this is great. What do you think about
about Eat, Pray, Love.
about white women just kind of taking Eastern spirituality and sort of co-opting
Sure.
that? And
So, like, for context, it wasn't just me on this trip. So I planned it with like 2 of my best friends who are white women. And then a few other friends, I would say half who are white women and half who are women of color.
okay.
And so, like, in planning it, like, I love to plan. I'm a planner. I also love spontaneity. You can do both.
Yeah, you can find a
There's
balance.
a balance.
Yeah.
If anyone ever wants to hire me as a producer, I have skills in both of those things.
I'm a perfect
I'm like
50-50
looking
of
out of my like the
spontaneity.
side of my eye at the camera, like
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, the studios are watching.
Right,
Anyway,
there's a
Disney.
98% chance that nobody listening to this show can give you a job. But yeah, go ahead,
'Cause I'm
shout
one
it
of
out.
those people.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, like so like in planning it, there's definitely an element. Also for background, I used to live in
Right,
Southeast Asia
yeah.
for a couple years.
You
So
still have
I-
family there.
Yeah. So I'm Indian. And I lived in Hanoi, Vietnam for 3.5 years growing up.
Wow, what ages?
Yeah. I moved there right when I turned 11, and I left when I was 14.
Damn, so you did
Yeah.
middle school
Yeah,
in Vietnam.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
Because like as a person of color, so like I'm from DC. I went to an international school, but it was very Eurocentric.
Okay.
So even though it was international, it was like I was one of the few people of color in my grade. Like
It was
who were
a
studying
yeah,
in school.
okay.
And so being there for middle school was really awesome because it's like, all your classic coming of age. I don't want to call bullshit. 'Cause
Was it a
it's
boarding
cool.
school?
No.
Okay.
I moved there with my fam. Or you mean which one? In
In
or-
DC.
No, it's like a day, whatever.
Yeah.
Like school. And so when I moved to Vietnam,
Did you take the city bus there?
I lived.
How did you get there? Did you walk?
Well, we lived in Bethesda, Maryland, and the school was in DC. Shout out Bethesda,
Shout out
even though I would
Bethesda,
never,
yeah.
even though I am publicly claiming it, I'm not.
There's
publicly
people
claiming
in the crowd
it.
from Bethesda.
Yeah,
clearly.
yeah. They're loud. So yeah, I hear them.
Yeah.
Bethesda for life. But we like commuted, so we like carpooled with
Yeah.
a friend who's like one of my best friends now. We hated each other when we were kids.
Really?
Yeah. But she's like so I have a younger brother, and she's like our third sibling. She's right between the two of us, so she's
Got
like
it.
my sister. Anyway, so we used to carpool to school.
Cool.
When I moved to Vietnam, it was like I didn't want to go.
Was that a family work thing?
Yeah, my dad. My dad.
Damn.
Yeah. Which I'm so grateful for. But like at the time I was very ungrateful for it because
Yeah.
I didn't the way
Because
it
I'm
hap-
leaving all my
I
friends
left
and I'm
all my
11.
friends, and nobody asked me. Like I was
Yeah.
at camp for like 3.5 weeks, and like I left for camp, and like it happened in the time while I was at camp, and we were like sending each other letters, like because I couldn't have like I was like 10, so I
Yeah.
didn't have a phone or anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm having the best time of my life. I can't wait to go back to school.
Oh,
I'll hang out with all my
Yes.
friends. And they picked me up, and we were like in the car driving to like meet one of my other friends and their family for lunch, like the day we get out of camp. And I'm like spouting off in the back about like having the best of my life, like
Yeah, I can't
whatever.
wait to see all my friends. This is all your parents are.
They're like sitting silently in the front.
Dude,
and my brother, who's like,
no.
how old was he? He was like 7. He's sitting there like
He knows what's
this,
happening.
like looking out the window. And then they start arguing in Hindi, and like we spoke English at home, so like they would only talk in Hindi
If
when
there
they
was
didn't want us to know. So I understand because I was
Oh, you picked
nosy.
it up? Oh.
And my brother, who like is 7, so his voice hasn't cracked to that point or dropped. He's like, just tell her.
Oh, no.
And I'm like,
Tell me what?
and my dad's like, we're moving to Vietnam. And I didn't even know where that was in the
Yeah,
world
what
at
the
that
fuck?
point. I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I just instantly tears.
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
And I wasn't a big crier. I just like started
But that's an emotional like sledgehammer to your wall.
And I want to make it clear, like, I was so privileged to be able to live there.
Mm-hmm.
I just like had no idea what that meant, and like was just
Well, I mean, I
I
don't
was
think
such a
anyone's-
child.
11.
Yeah,
You're
and
a
so I was
middle
like,
school
I'm
girl.
gonna be mad about this.
and you should have been, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
and
I
so we
think.
moved halfway through the year also, so that was kind of tough.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
hard, yeah.
So you just drop in to Vietnam in the
Yeah.
middle of the school year.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't speak. There's an English
It
school
was
in
it was
Vietnam.
international, so like
Yeah.
the language was taught in English, but like I was like I'm gonna be sullen and pissed
Right.
off. And, like,
I'm gonna be
I'm
moody
gonna be
about this.
mysterious,
Yeah.
and like I was 11,
Yeah, right.
like
And
I was
yeah.
wearing like soccer shorts and like like
And that's
we're
not a good
mysterious.
approach if you're the new kid to come into school like that.
Right.
People are gonna be like, all right, well, new girl's
But
weird.
that I know, and so I was like, well, I don't care about making friends. Like
Yeah.
I already have my best friends. And on the first day of school, like we went like let out for lunch and recess, or whatever. And I was standing there with my hands on my hips, and this girl came up from behind me and looped her arm through mine. And she was
Aw.
like, "We're gonna be best friends."
Aw.
And she's one of my best friends, like to this day. And so
Cool.
like that changed like just the.
And where's
first
she
day.
from?
She's Vietnamese.
Cool.
So she had been at that school her whole life, but it was truly international in the sense that like people were coming through every 2 to 4 years. So back to the point I was trying to make earlier, which I just talked, so you gotta cut me off, was that like it was
you saw me?
it was really good for me at that developmental age because like people were actually like from everywhere, and it wasn't just like international, but people were white. It was like people were from Malaysia and Singapore and Thailand and like just all over.
You're getting
So-
culture. That's something
Yeah.
that's like the biggest privilege is like I get to like I think about that because I went to a public school in small town of Michigan.
Yeah.
So like to experience culture for a lot of of us would be like to go to Detroit, like to
Yeah.
go across the state.
Yeah.
But to be able to go and live with people from all over the world at that age, I think is pretty cool. Even though I would hate it, I would have hated that.
Yeah.
How many other American students were there?
I'd say in my grade, so there were probably about like 90 kids. And there were probably like 7 Americans.
Okay.
Because there were like some people who work for the State
Yeah,
Department.
right. I was gonna
so,
say there's probably some military brats there.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
then so that's 6th, 7th, 8th grade pretty much.
Yeah, halfway through 5th till the end of middle school.
Damn. So by the end of 8th grade, are you just like get me back to Maryland?
Yeah,
like
moved
this was
back to
cool.
DC.
Did you appreciate it by the time you were 14 and ready to leave? You're like, this is kind of
like,
cool.
Like since that, like,
Even, like, a
that
few
first
months into
yeah, I was
the
just like,
end of
I
5th grade.
can't. I was
Well, yeah.
trying my hardest to be mad about it, and it's just like it's such an awesome place, and I know that I'm biased because I live there, and I think that, but like
No, I think it's pretty awesome.
It's a great country.
Yeah.
And Hanoi's a great city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So then you get back to any questions about
No, I don't think so.
what was your favorite thing you ate there? What was your
Yeah.
favorite food
Oh my
dish?
God. Okay, so there. Oh God, I can't even answer that. Basically, like any variation of like grilled pork and like fresh herbs, rice noodles, and fish sauce. There are a lot of different dishes that are
Ooh.
like that, and it's so
Ooh.
Do you make this like now,
I
or
can't-
do you feel like you miss?
like,
I can't.
like it's the
can't.
way that they like
Yeah.
it's like you're grilling this like really fresh pork on like skewers like on the ground
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
street.
wow.
Like that, it's like the street food is
Right.
so
That sounds
good
good.
and like so cheap. So I just took my friends there
Yeah.
and
Right.
like we went. So like I'm not gonna get into again. You gotta stop.
No, that's fine.
But, like,
We want to hear where Ela traveled.
Yeah, so we did Japan, which was we decided to focus like on 2 countries to like really get our like not just feel like we were stopping in a place
Yeah.
and like not really being able to like appreciate everything.
You
we
were
there
giving
for.
them your locations the respect they deserve.
Exactly.
That's nice.
So we did Japan, awesome, and then took them to Vietnam, and that was really cool because I hadn't been back in a long time, and so the street food is like genuinely street food. It's like there, standing out there where like the street smells like meat.
That sounds so
Yum.
good, dude. That sounds, I just got hungry.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. So yeah, I could try to recreate it at home, but it's just like it's never the
Yeah.
same, you know.
So why Japan?
Well, a lot of my friends wanted to go visit, and we were like, if we're
Anime, weeaboo people.
yeah, all of them. I don't actually think a single one of them watches anime.
Thank God. Oh my God.
I've been I can't say I've been fully converted, but one of my friends is like super into it, has been for years, so I've been watching some.
Nice.
But I can't say I'm on the level where I know what anything is.
I just like
you
being
have,
an
like,
asshole.
Specific shows.
Well, I've seen like a little bit of Full Metal Alchemist. I've watched like he's trying to get me into One Piece, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys know what that is.
See, I worked at a book.
We cannot keep talking about
Yeah.
anime. I'm so sorry
Okay,
for bringing
good
it
call,
up.
good call.
I just played the sports noise to kind of like get back.
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
It almost got really bad there for a second.
Yeah, thank God.
I'm sorry if that was
No, there's a
fun
reason you're running
conversation you
this.
guys were having, but
Yeah.
oh my.
Yeah, no, it was just like two women trying to like talk to each other.
That they
and
know
then the
nothing
man
about.
had to
We'll get there.
insert
We'll get
himself.
there. We'll
Yeah.
get there. We'll
yeah.
get there. I'll shut up later. We'll get there. Just that was.
It was a good call.
You get back to high school, and do you go? What kind of high school do you go to?
So it's the same school I was at before.
Okay.
But
Private school.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are that I was really lucky to be able to go.
Yeah.
It was a bilingual school,
Yeah.
so I speak Spanish because of it.
Nice.
Like,
And a little bit of Hindi. How many languages?
So
Just those three?
when I moved,
Can you tell I'm manic right now? Holy
Hunter,
shit.
just so everybody knows, Hunter's going through a lot,
Yeah.
and he is still sitting down here and letting me talk.
I just gotta calm down. It's all good. Let
It's
it
good.
rip.
You're doing awesome, Hunter.
Should we
Thank you,
just
guys.
take another poll? I think not to promote this, but
Sometimes you just gotta crack open a good Bud Light.
yeah,
And just,
good is a strong,
A cold,
but it's nice and
Bud Light.
cold. Yeah.
you don't agree with their kind of PR strategy?
Well, I can't say I even really know what it is, but if I could guess, the answer is probably no.
There
Well,
goes
we'll cut
sponsor
that. We'll
number
cut
one.
that. We'll cut that. We'll cut that.
But
So you get back to school.
yeah. So like so very lucky to have gone
Yeah.
there. I was listening to Lance's episode, and I did the same program that he did. So
Cool.
it was like I learned a lot from it, and I had a similar experience my first 2 years of college, where it was like, oh, like this is pretty chill in comparison.
Right. Yeah. Like they were telling me this was gonna be the hardest thing ever,
Yeah,
and it's not.
And like so I'm really grateful for that.
Cool.
Like I can, I mean, we all can at this point, but like even my first 2 years of high school, I was like writing papers that like I wasn't even really thinking about, and it was because of like how my high
Yeah.
school was.
Your brain had been conditioned that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So like I am happy in some ways that I had that, but it was also really competitive, and it was small. Like my graduating class was
Yeah.
like 56
Oh, wow.
people, so everyone was in everyone's business.
Everyone knew everybody's GPA.
Yeah.
It's
No,
nuts,
genuinely.
dude.
I
It's
wish
so
that
crazy.
was a joke. Like it was.
Yeah. You're all
Kinda
trying to,
how
you know,
stressful,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's
So-
extracurriculars and shit.
Yeah, like people were like, and people's parents were crazy, like mine included.
Yeah.
They've
Well,
chilled out.
they got him into that
Yeah.
school, so it's time to perform.
Yeah.
That is nuts. Do you have any what do you feel about like academic pressure applied? You know, I think that's it's the stereotype is that it's an immigrant parent thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah. I mean, like it. Obviously, like not. Like the stereotype doesn't apply to 100% of people.
Did you
but
feel
in
like there
my
was
case-
too much pressure put on you?
I think it
or
was
the
like
right amount?
I also put a lot of pressure on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So there was definitely pressure. It was kind of like the expectation was that you did well, and if you weren't like doing perfectly, it was like,
What are we doing here?
Yeah. But I don't know, as an older sister, eldest daughter,
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like,
Yeah.
you gotta like,
We're setting the mold here.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you were a
So,
good student then.
I was a good student.
And what kind of student were you though? Were you
I'd say like my junior and senior year, I was kind of also like, well, I think remember Macy was talking about how they kind of like wouldn't hang out.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't like to that extent. Like I wanted to hang out with my friends, like I did, but like because we were all kind of in that environment together, it was like we weren't really hanging out on weekdays.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
which I really am sad about
Mhm.
because I wish that I'd gotten that extra time with them, like
Right.
in high school, because now it's like we're all so far apart.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm so glad to see them when I do, but like we didn't really have real responsibilities. You know,
It was so much easier.
it was so much easier in a lot of ways, and in other ways, like so happy that I have this
Yeah.
freedom.
Oh,
to,
I
like-
mean, yeah, it's like, it's good that everything is going good for us, right? Would you
Is
say?
this real wood?
Absolutely.
This is, I
I'm
don't think, real wood.
superstitious.
I don't think
No.
so.
I'm gonna pretend.
Not
a good
behind you.
call.
The walls would.
Oh, wood.
Maybe or
No,
plaster.
no, that's not wood.
Okay.
Just yeah, this is close enough.
Yeah,
Head,
yeah,
I got.
yeah.
But it was nice to just like you to have nothing to do.
Yeah,
And like the stuff that you did think was a problem, you can be like, oh man, it was nothing.
it was nothing. It was nothing. And yeah, so like it was tough.
So, were you? Did you play sports?
Yeah,
did
played
you play?
sports my whole life. So my mom put me in soccer like as soon as I could walk.
Soccer
Which yeah,
Nice.
doesn't that kind of check out?
player. Yeah, you see, have
I've
soccer
been
player
told
vibes.
that.
Yeah, captain of the soccer team. Was that you?
In
yeah,
high school,
yeah.
Which is funny because like I was in no way the best player.
No,
on
but
that
that's
team.
rarely in my experience, and I know this being a former high school varsity captain.
I've heard.
The coaches,
I'm a careful listener.
the coaches,
I like to think.
very rarely pick like the best athlete to be the captain. They pick the person that's going to like basically not let the team devolve into
Yeah.
like a group of heathens while they're out of the room or whatever.
Totally.
Yeah,
And I played center back. So like while
Cool.
on the field, it was like
you were still coaching. yeah,
I was
sick.
so like
That's
yeah,
cool though.
Yeah, but I played soccer, and then in middle school I played. I think this is the funniest thing. I'll leave that to the end. I played volleyball. I was a
Okay.
libero, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm 5'2".
Yeah.
I also played basketball,
Whoa.
shooting guard.
Oh, Michael Jordan alert!
Because at that point I was one of the tallest in my grade.
Yeah.
And I've been the
Right,
same
you were
height since I
5'2"
was
when you were
12.
9. Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
like yeah, I mean
That's
we
cool.
did pretty good.
Would you say that you were like a funny kid? Did you consider yourself a funny
I think I
kid?
was when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I still knew how to like I've always been like a good student because that was just kind of like I said the
Expected,
expectation.
yeah.
But I definitely when I was younger was just like we should all be having fun. Like why
Right, what are we doing here?
we're 9. like we should be in the dirt and like
We're kids.
playing Hannah Montana, which I loved to do.
Play
And-
Hannah Montana, cool. We
yeah.
played High
How do
School
you play
Musical.
Hannah
I was always
Montana?
Troy.
Oh.
Everybody
Oh,
picks a
Troy
character
was-
and you just act out of it.
Yeah.
Who were you?
So it was me. This was in elementary school. I have such a vivid memory of this. 2 of my best friends, and so we'd rotate. And the day where you had to be Oliver was the worst. like everyone wanted to be like Hannah, like Miley or Lily.
Yeah.
And like God, it was just like you just like go back to class like really grumpy, and like you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Because we were
It's on your
equitable about
calendar,
it.
yeah.
And when we get out there, you just like mope around the playground.
Oh, I just gotta burn a recess.
So I think that was like my vibe. It was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna
like
play and
that.
have fun, but like it's gonna be equitable.
Yeah, it's gonna be fair. You were a communist.
Yeah, and I won't deny
Did
it.
you ever? Did you ever have the Hannah Montana video game for the DS, the Nintendo DS?
I don't think I
I
had
did.
the Hannah Montana one. That's awesome. I wanted it.
It was so
bad.
sick. It was
Yeah.
so
I
cool.
had a lot of the Disney. So I had a Game Boy before I had a DS.
Cool.
Whoa, you're
like,
a cool kid.
Yeah, it was pink.
Oh,
It was the
you're
really
even
pretty
cooler.
shade. It was like that
Mm.
magenta.
Hmm.
And my aunt used to make fun of me because I'd be playing like the Beauty and the Beast game, and there's like this part in it where Belle is getting chased by wolves, and I'd sit on the couch like trying to like, and she'd be like,
Yeah,
"What's
you're
wrong
into
with
it,
this,
dude.
like 8-year-old?"
I know, dude. I love when old people. First of all, old people think every type of video game is a Nintendo, and they will refer to everything only as Nintendo, which makes sense. But when you're a kid, you're like, Xbox,
Yeah.
Grandma. Screw you. I remember
you,
my favorite old person video game memory. I was playing NBA 2K in my basement.
I'm familiar.
Must have been 2K11. And my grandma and grandpa came downstairs. And they used to go to a lot of Pistons games. They're from Detroit. And so my grandma was very excited to talk to me about, I was playing as the Pistons. She was very excited to talk to me about this game I was playing. And it nowadays, sometimes you see a screenshot of 2K and it kind of looks like a real basketball game. The graphics are getting good. Back then,
It was like 4 pixels.
very clearly a video game. And my grandma just said to me, "Well, that's funny. I don't remember the blue circles around the players when I went to the games." And my grandpa was like, "Yeah, that's a video game. You don't understand." And that's kind of just.
Yeah, women don't know video games at all.
Yeah,
So
or sports.
Or
That was like
sports.
a
yeah.
double negative
Yeah.
there.
I'm gonna cut
You
that.
knew you were gonna get this. You knew that this was gonna happen. This
I'm gonna cut that story.
No.
I'm gonna cut the whole
It
story.
was such a good story, and I'm gonna keep referencing
Yeah.
it during the podcast.
Yeah, so you can't. So there's continuity.
Yeah.
Fuck. 25 minutes in. Did we bring
Are
up
we
my?
really?
Did we bring up my? Time flies when you're having fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Did we bring up the mustache on this
Oh
record?
no.
No.
Go ahead, Hunter. Go.
I have a mustache.
Looks
It looks
I
great.
I panicked a
Amazing.
little bit. It wasn't really a panic. I knew it was gonna happen because this was getting too big.
I'm sad I
I'm
missed
just
that.
looking in the mirror, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. The problem is I don't have an electric razor.
Oh, this was manual.
Yeah, I have a disposable
Acoustic.
Gillette, just shitty.
Yeah.
So it took
cut
like 45
yourself?
minutes, dude. I took a whole mole off my face.
no.
I was bleeding for like hours,
Oh.
and I put some.
Dermatologists hate hands.
I just razoring moles off my body. So I rubbed a
gonna
little
put them out of my
toothpaste
job.
on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Toothpaste?
yeah, the fluoride kind of stops the bleeding, and then when it
Oh.
dries, it kind of it just
What a good pro
good for
camping tip.
pimples,
Yeah. Or
too.
pimples.
yeah. I learned that
Yeah.
from my mom.
Shout out.
Yay.
If we got to do a segment or something, we got to bring the energy up.
Segment.
Oh yeah, I like this one.
This is called Feeling Lucky.
Oh, this is your ancestry.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I did take a full year of Irish dance when I
Did
was
you
a kid.
really?
Yeah.
You know how to jig?
I do vaguely, except for I every single day after Irish dance, I went to my mom and I want to quit. She's like, I don't raise quitters. You're
Oh.
finishing Irish dance. so
Oh, I felt that one.
I finished the year of Irish dance.
She made you
Yeah.
stay the whole year.
Yeah, yeah. And then my like one friend I did it with went on to like be an insane Irish dancer and like danced at the bowls game one time. It was like so good.
That could have been you.
Yeah, it could have been
But
me.
you quit.
But you
But I
didn't
quit.
see it through.
Yeah,
dude.
and that therefore my mom is always right.
Well, that was me with karate. I remember I started karate, and after like 3 or 4 times going, I was like, I think I'm gonna stick with this and be a black belt.
Yeah.
And like a week later, I was like, I gotta quit karate. My dad and my sister were like, "What happened, dude? What happened, black belt?" I was like, "Fuck you guys."
Black belts.
This takes
weekend.
years, dude. Let's go back to high school for just one more second.
God, okay, yeah.
Then we can get the fuck out of there because I know we don't want to stay there
Wait,
too
I
long.
also want to be mindful. What time do you have to leave for Barbenheimer?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone let it be known.
Barbenheimer.
Today
You're
is.
doing
can I say
Barbenheimer
the
tonight.
date? Doesn't like.
I mean, you can date it. It probably won't come out for like a couple
21st.
months.
Sure, July 21st. You guys
Yeah,
haven't seen
today
it
is
either
release
yet.
day. We're going on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer at 6:15, Barbie at 10.
Nice. Damn.
So I've
you're
got
gonna
some time.
but you're gonna be getting out of there late.
I am,
Late,
and
late.
and that's how I want it.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
So 6:15.
I would spend all day in a theater if I could.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing, right?
Are you gonna wear like a Barbie fit? Whoa! Can I
Yeah.
have can I see photos?
Yeah,
later?
yeah, of course.
Pinked out, head to toe?
I think almost pinked out. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna wear. Well, I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And you can send it to me, and then we can
You
put
can
it.
just send it
On,
in.
we can, yeah. Are you?
Yeah, today's about me going to Barbenheimer.
Have you ever? Today's the Barbenheimer episode.
Today is the Barbenheimer episode.
Have you ever done a double feature before? Have you ever done 2 movies back to back?
I actually, I have a shit memory.
Okay.
So if I have,
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
At a theater, because I think we've all probably done it at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Or did you
Oh,
ever
yeah. I've done,
like
3,
stay
4.
after? Like a movie finished, stay in
And
the
then
theater
go-
for another one?
Wait for the
Yeah,
next
I think
one?
I've
Yeah.
done. I think without planning to, I've probably done a double feature, but I can't
Okay.
tell you.
I've never
what
done it.
was.
I'm very
I was just
excited.
gonna
Whoa.
ask. Yeah. Are you?
Very
What are you? What
excited.
order?
Oh, Oppenheimer first,
Yeah.
then Barbie. I
Yeah.
think you gotta
You
do it
have
like
to.
that.
Yeah.
Anybody doing it the wrong way is
Yeah.
a
It's
little-
like so happy and then really sad.
Yeah,
to
It's
end
like,
your
it's like you're gonna
night.
need a palate cleanser, I
Yeah.
think, after 3 hours of
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Are you more excited for one than the other?
Honestly, I think I'm about equal.
Nice. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Christopher Nolan's my favorite director ever.
Right.
So I think I have higher expectations for Oppenheimer,
Uh-huh.
but for some reason I'm like kind of a little more excited for Barbie,
Okay.
which I sounds crazy coming out of my mouth right now. I wasn't expecting
Right.
that, but like, I just, you know,
It's just how you feel.
obviously it, on its surface looks like a corporatized hell cash grab.
Barbie?
Just, I think the premise of it, like we made a movie out of a toy, but that's
close enough.
no, but
Yeah.
you guys haven't let me finish my
okay.
point.
Continue.
My point is when I've actually watched this. What are you looking at?
She's staring at
I gave her a
Okay, finish your
Benadryl.
She's got to see the hat man.
She had some
I was
she had an
wondering
allergic
why.
reaction last
Aw.
weekend. Don't awe her. She's fine.
Okay,
It happened because she was naughty. You do this.
I
The
know how
allergy.
it
The
feels.
allergy girls over
Yeah,
here on this
allergy
couch.
I've been on 3-4 Benadryl before.
Okay, you finish your point that we so rudely.
Yes.
I
Women.
think they gave Greta Gerwig or otherwise Gerwig.
Gerwig? Yeah.
They gave her.
that's the
I think it seems like they gave her open reins and a full playground, which
Yeah.
I think is a really cool. It's just like a cool. It from the trailers, which isn't much. It seems like the studios didn't like meddle too much, which
Yeah,
makes me
which is awesome.
very
It's
excited
good.
for a movie. So I'm
Yeah.
very excited about both.
I've seen the word cerebral being thrown around
With
about it.
Barbie,
Yeah,
I
and
think
I'm
excited.
excited.
Meta's probably going to be a more
Probably.
accurate term.
Yeah.
definitely. Oh, don't scare Charlie.
Yeah, she can't hear that.
Barbenheimer will be great.
Yeah.
Okay, get back.
Let's get back to high
High
school.
school?
Can
Yeah.
we? Should we? You tried to get out. I
Okay,
didn't let you.
finish it. You give me like 3 sentences and then
Yeah.
you cut me off.
Did you make videos? Were you interested in making any kind of content?
I came super late to film.
Cool.
Okay.
But in high school, I did stage management.
Ooh.
And then when I found
For what production?
all of them,
Which can you give us a taste
I
of some of
did
the ones that you
Phantom
did?
of the Opera. I
Ooh.
did.
That's kind of high
Rock
scale
of Ages.
for
yeah,
a
for
high school.
Yeah, and that was the first one I did. So like, I kind of stumbled into it. Like one of my friends. This is not 3 sentences, but this is kind of the origin of all.
I
this,
wasn't
so
gonna
if
cut you off.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I was just like hanging out with my friend who was stage manager on it. And this is right when I moved back. So 9th grade, freshman year of high school, I was like, what am I doing? Like, you know,
The general.
like, does
angst,
anyone like me?
imposter
Do I like
syndrome to
myself? The
some
answer was
degree.
no. Yeah.
right.
You know.
You're 16 or so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was 14.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You
yeah,
said
yeah.
right when you got back.
Yeah. So I just like was she was just like, yeah, just come to rehearsal, like whatever.
See what's up.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god,
This is
This
cool.
is
You like the
awesome.
people.
I'd like been so my mom had put me in a lot of like performance stuff when I was younger. So I'd like been on stage a lot, and then when I found out you could do the backstage stuff, I was like, why
I'd like
would
to do
I
that.
ever? Yeah, like it was.
So you don't like acting?
I hate. This is ironic, but like I've been like trying not to make eye contact with the camera because I'm like I tell all my family that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going into film. They're like, you're gonna act. I'm like, fuck no, like I can't do that. I'm really bad at it. I
Yeah.
think.
So when does Michigan? When and how does Michigan come on your map?
So I did this like summer program between Michigan in general. It was just a school that
Or the university. Yeah.
that I like had always been interested in.
Cool.
I was like so different. Like I said, my high school was super small.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was far. Like everything else I'd applied to was on the East Coast,
It
basically.
was a little exotic out here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like we're swapping places.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know, and I got in, and it was like one of my favorite schools that I got into.
Cool.
So I was like, I'm gonna go.
Boom, you're here. Where did you live your freshman year?
I was in South Quad.
South Quad.
South Quad.
Damn, wait, did we ever? Because we're the same age.
We were as I said, I've listened to the other episodes. I think we were all in the same 150 class.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
I was not in.
No, we weren't in
you
the
weren't
same
in it.
one.
I was
Did you see me
definitely
do VR Citizen
Yes,
Kane?
I
Okay,
did.
we were in the same
I
class.
remember. I forgot that it was you. And then
Nice.
as soon as you were talking about it, I was like, oh my god,
Was it funny? Did I make you
you were
laugh?
hilarious.
You know I
Hilarious.
need to
have
hear
a
that.
shame memory. I'm
Yeah.
totally
I'm stroking my ego.
yeah, but
But we never met each other in South Quad.
No,
Damn.
you were in South Quad.
Yeah.
I met Ela in South Quad.
I was in 8th
Yeah, we
Bronson.
met.
Yeah.
Yeah, through Fia.
through Fia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fia's been talked about twice
Fia's a
in a
common
row.
link. I'm
Fia's
gonna have to get
awesome.
Fia on the show.
Yeah.
I'm sure she would come and
Gosh,
talk.
she's
She
awesome.
would love it.
She lived directly above me,
Cool.
so I was 5th floor. Fia
Okay.
was 6th. You were
Yeah.
8th.
8th. We
So
were
you
way
were
up
there-
at the top.
yeah, yeah.
Me and Sam
You went
blowing dope out of the
Oh,
8th
yeah.
floor window.
My RA told me to like at least go across the block.
Yeah. Mine like
My-
circled a parking lot and was like, it's legal
Yeah.
here.
It was like me and my roommate. We were like, or not my roommate. She lived across the hall from me, and to this day, she's one of my roommates. But anyway, so we were like going out to do, have some fun one night, and our RA was in the lounge, and he was like, "What are you guys up to?" And we were like, "We're going for a walk," and he was like, "Just make sure you go for your walk
across
in that parking lot." And we were like, "Word, thank you, Charles."
Dude, I didn't talk to my RA once.
Whoa.
No, not a single time. Didn't go to a single
know
one of
who
those
they were?
floor meetings.
Oh, that's
I don't
wow.
know either of their names to this day, but we never had contact. And it's funny to me because at the time I think if I talked to them, I wouldn't have been tweaked out by them, but like I was
You were
like,
just,
I don't want to
so
get caught.
shit scared of them.
And it's like these
Yeah.
people are like they're just a year older than me.
Yeah.
Like, it was
No,
like-
they were like,
they're
it's
just
so funny
people.
to think they're like younger than us now.
yeah, they're just students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Like,
funny.
they did not care.
Yeah, they weren't gonna
Yeah.
snitch on
Yeah.
me probably. I don't know.
We had the hall resident advisor in our hall though.
Oh.
So like
Yeah, they live as far away as they could live from me. They did.
yeah, they lived like 3 doors down from me.
I did. They live because it was an L.
Yeah.
Again,
I
this
didn't
is not going to be interesting. Well, fuck it, dude. We'll move on. They lived on the other side of the
Sure.
L.
So
I
you
don't
got
know.
lucky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just fucking
We
doing whatever.
knew they were in our hall, and we would still get drunk. And
Yeah.
we would run around. That was something my roommates and I loved. So we were like, we'd be like, yeah, we're gonna pregame and go out. I got really lucky. So like, I made my best friends, like most of my best friends, like my first semester of college.
Cool.
Lived with them the whole time, and like, so we would pregame. We'd be like, yeah, we'll start at 10. We'll go out. We would not leave the dorm till like midnight.
Yeah,
Because we were just having such a good time.
too much fun at the pregame.
So like one of our favorite things was to, like we'd hit a point where it'd be like time to sprint through the halls, and so of course we got caught.
Yeah, of course you're
We were
always
like, no one can catch us. We were like,
we're so fast.
we were definitely running like 3 miles an hour.
But you do feel fast in a hallway though
Yeah.
with doors.
Confined, like
They're fine
Yeah.
by you,
Yeah.
so that's cool.
So we did get caught. Not me though. I
And-
didn't go out that night.
Oh.
They had to apologize. And go to,
Had to write a
emails.
letter.
Yeah.
And then
I would never I'd never underage drink. I never drank underage.
No. We would never suggest that. That
I was
has not
23
happened.
at the time.
Yeah.
I think this
was
show.
32.
Yeah, this is a Benjamin Button situation.
Yeah.
I will say, you can say that for your own personal brand. This show has no really inkling either way towards underage consumption
Okay,
of.
cool. I
Yeah.
was like,
It's
drugs
more
and
like
alcohol. None of you. If there's kids listening to this, which there's not.
How did you enter
I mean,
it
you
off?
can. Don't get messed up and drive, okay?
no,
don't be
exactly.
stupid. But if
Yeah.
you're 16 and you want to drink some beers, and do some drugs with your friends at a safe spot,
Safe place.
a safe space.
Actually, I think in Wisconsin that's legal. If
Oh
you,
yeah, no, with your parents.
With your parents, you could, because I remember my brother went to Madison and he like
My best
legally,
friend.
yeah, he legally couldn't drink when he was 18
Yeah.
because he was an adult, but I could drink when I was 14
Yeah.
With your
with my parents.
Yeah.
mom and dad there.
And that was a really big
Wisconsin's a
ego
crazy
trip for
place.
me.
Yeah.
So what are you studying when you first get here? What's on your mind? What do you want to do?
Yeah, so like I said, came late to film.
Yeah.
I was a poli-sci major
Cool.
when I started.
Oh, I did know that.
Did graduate with that as well.
Yeah.
But took the intro to film class because I signed up for it. I'd done some things like the summer before where I was like, damn, I really like this. Like, I'm going to do it. And then on my first day in 150, I was like, I'm going to major in this too. Like, I love it. It was just like
Cool.
I knew, you know? But I was like pre-law, grew up in DC. So like really into politics. And
Did you see yourself going back to work on Capitol Hill?
like at the time, yeah. Like I wanted to go into law. Like there were a lot of different areas that I was interested in. Still am. But like over the course of college, especially during like I don't want to get too much into COVID because it sucked.
Nobody does, yeah.
Nobody does. But there was like a semester where I was just like lying to myself. I was like, oh yeah, I'm pre-law, I'll go to law school, and then like I will maybe do film if that's what I'm interested in, but I should still get a law degree. I was like living in Delulu land. Like also like my
Good thing to
like,
have.
yeah, I just that was like I didn't want to like stress my parents out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was a semester sophomore year where I wasn't taking any film classes. It was like an econ class, a math class, and 2 poli-sci classes, and I was like, I hate my
That
life
sucks.
right now.
Nice.
I had a breakdown just in my room.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks. It just consisted of me like pacing the like 4 feet and being like, what am I
Right,
doing?
yeah. So
Like,
it's hard to pace in
yeah.
a
And I just decided I was like, no. Like, yeah, literally. It was
pacing
like,
in a
what,
tiny room, dude. You're taking 2 steps.
Yeah, literally. Just stomping really, really hard.
In place.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I was like, I'm not going to law school. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
What am I g- yeah.
gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna go into film. And that's kind of when I decided, and I was just like, okay. And so the next semester, even though it was COVID, which like again sucked, I took a bunch of production classes, and like all the stuff online was shit, but the stuff that I did get to do in person, even with all the restrictions, I was just like, this is awesome. Like,
This is cool.
I don't know if you guys remember, one of the years, like, we didn't get a spring break. They gave us like 2 mental health
I
days
remember
that were
yeah.
random. And my like student film team for that class decided to shoot on those days. And so even though I was literally up from like 5 a.m. till like 2 a.m., I was like, I wouldn't have spent this day doing anything else. And so
There
I
you go.
got
You
to be
found
doing
it.
this.
Boom, you
Yeah.
found it. That's
So
cool.
That's kind of how I came to it. But it was late. And I'm kind of sad about that. I heard that like through this podcast, people were getting tours.
Yeah. What the fucking tour, dude?
I cannot
I was just
believe
and you're an
that.
okay, so this is actually great that you bring this up because you're an out of state student.
I am out of state.
and we had who did we have on like out of tour?
Lance got a tour.
Mhm.
I think
My theory doesn't make
Jake
sense.
maybe got a tour.
Because well, didn't you? It was somebody had a
You
theory
thought it
that
was
was
out
like
of
they're
state?
giving it to out of state kids,
Oh.
and I was like that makes sense. But then I was like,
And
but you
Jesse,
didn't
I
get
think
a tour.
Jesse got a
No,
tour
well, I
too.
didn't.
Yeah, I
the
think
thing
you
is,
just had to
I
ask
didn't,
for
I
it.
didn't,
And
they
you didn't
just-
know you were
I
gonna be
didn't know.
film, yeah.
Yeah. So they were probably like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think because like when you apply, you have to list like potential majors. I think when you list that, they like your email
Yeah.
is immediately there.
I definitely
Mary Lou
had it.
emails you.
God, if I could go back and like kick her, I'd do it really hard.
Yeah. Amazing.
I don't know if a tour would have changed anything for me, but I would have at least liked to have been offered one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
It's like I want to feel special.
Sorry, guys.
Let's take a small break.
One of my roommates, what's one of my she just moved out yesterday and she is a mess. And there were so many things that where has this even been in the house?
Wow.
I took so many bags to Goodwill the other day, and then we were packing her car, and it was a situation where she was like, "Any room in the trunk?" And we were like, "Don't open it. Don't open
We'll
it."
have problems if it opens.
Like, there's no way we're getting it all back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I'll help you.
Thank you guys. That's
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah. If I need it, I'll hit you up for sure.
Did the couch come with the apartment?
Yeah, this place is fully
Oh, nice.
furnished. Like I don't have to take any furniture
Oh,
out of
that's
here.
good.
It's just like once I record the last interview here, I gotta put all the equipment in a
Sure.
box and then
Wait, and
Sure,
before we
yeah.
start recording, you want to be out of here by 5?
5:15 is probably
5:15.
fine.
Okay,
Cool.
I will keep an eye on.
What are
my
we
clock.
at? 4. Oh yeah.
44 minutes. We can just talk. We've covered. Okay, well,
Don't forget to record.
Where you are.
I never stopped
Oh.
recording.
Oh.
I was gonna avoid that.
Um.
Let's take a deep breath together.
Everyone, wait. Together. In. Hold it. Out.
Let's talk about how we kind of, all 3 of us, kind of became how we. So we kind of sort of established this rapport with each other.
Sure. Sure.
Because this is actually interesting. Because we met.
Everything else before this,
Not at
don't
all.
even bother listening.
Fucking tune in 44 minutes into the show if you want the real ass
Yeah.
shit.
This is
dog.
the part that matters. Can I press one of those?
Go ahead. Go hog wild.
That was amazing.
Sometimes you
Power
just gotta let it all
hold.
out.
Yeah. Reset.
The first time I think the first time that I became aware of a person named Ela Kalra was on LinkedIn.
Whoa.
Because I used to just, when I first
Yep.
got LinkedIn, I was like, I'm not going to post on this because when I post on social media, it's like stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything that helps me
Right.
get a job.
Yeah.
Or
If you're
or-
watching this on Instagram, just delete the entire app.
No, Instagram's fun because it's
Unfollow
silly.
Hunter.
It's silly.
Block him and
no,
report him.
No.
Okay, we're done talking now.
Rain a bag in?
Yeah.
No. LinkedIn. So what I would do is when I first downloaded the app, because I wasn't gonna post on it, but I want to see what everyone, because I laugh, because my favorite part about LinkedIn is like when I have my friends on there that I know are just dumbasses. Oh,
Congrats, Adam.
I'm so honored to have received this offer, and I'd like to thank for helping me through the process. And I'm just like, you fucking. So I would just sit on like the people you may know thing and just fucking fire off. It's like I was on Tinder basically.
I'm
swiping.
familiar. Did you
Yeah.
guess those 500 plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
'Cause it's like,
you're,
you know.
you're 500 plus right now?
I was pre-law, guys.
Whoa.
And I had nothing to do over COVID.
You're just firing off connections, dude. So I would do that, and it started where I was just doing people I know, and then it would be like mutual people, and then it would be like a name that I
devolves.
kind of maybe have read on an email once.
You're like, this is fun.
Send it off. Fucking request. And one of those names was Ela Kalra.
Wow. Weird
And,
to hear how people hear about you.
Right? Isn't that kind of cool?
I don't exist.
Well, what was your first? What was the first time you heard
Whoa.
about me?
I actually, again, shit memory.
Bad memory.
But I knew about you.
Yeah, I
I
was in
don't-
the ether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like kind of floating out there, and then. And
Is that your
then
shoe?
No, it's yours.
All right, it's fine.
Okay.
Kind of a spoiler, I guess, to how we like became
Yeah.
friends, but like I knew of you.
Let's see if the
Don't worry about
mics
that.
pick
Don't worry
one
about. Don't worry
up.
about it, guys. Don't worry.
I was just Charlie's
Uh-huh.
head.
and then we had this class together.
Yes. Well,
Was this in the part before?
FTVM 3.
355.
Okay, I was gonna back
Yeah.
up even further than that,
Whoa.
just for 1 second, because we
Oh.
were in.
Oh,
We
I
wrote
blacked that out.
our first. We wrote our first movies together.
Yes.
kind of.
I wouldn't. We is a strong word.
We were in a class where we both wrote a movie.
Both wrote a movie as a strong. Hunter did a great job.
Oh my god!
I
don't do
struggled so badly in that class. One, because I was taking a lot of writing classes that semester, and two, I got
Other screenwriting classes or just English?
poli sci.
Yeah.
For poli
You had to
sci.
write papers.
like stuff that was like due every week, and so this was feature-length screenwriting, and I also I've also written a lot in my life, but like I said, came late to film, had never written a screenplay or like anything other than screenwriting and intro to screenwriting before. And so I was just like, oh my God, all these people are such good writers, got in my head about it. And
But that was only where it was in your head.
yeah.
There's maybe
Well,
one or
you're
two
too
like
nice to
really
me.
good writers in there.
Well, I just thought everyone was good. I
Yeah.
think also like that was like, yeah. Very
Don't you
much
think
for
that
me
was
to
a
deal
little
with.
bit of imposter syndrome though?
Totally. And like now, so I've just been coming back to it where like after that class, I was like, oh my God, like I should literally never be allowed to like open Final Draft ever again. Like someone should delete it off my computer. But then I was like, no, I paid money for it. Like I'll leave that there. But recently I've been like, so I had a mental block. And recently
But
I've been
you
I should
filled
open
up,
that
you
back
wrote
up.
at least 90 pages
Yeah.
of a screenplay.
Yeah, I
That's
did.
not a small feat, and you did that.
Thank you, Hunter. Anyway, back to how we met. That's the class that Hunter and I first had together, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's so funny!" Like, not to, I'm gonna reel it in already, but I thought you were hilarious. I
Well,
thought you were a
and
great writer.
and again, not to stay on COVID, but this was the first semester back in classrooms.
Yeah.
So I was
Stoked.
everyone had a mask on, but
Yeah.
I was so jazzed.
Basement of North Quad, no
To be
windows.
Oliver Thornton class.
Yeah,
Oh,
God, I
yeah.
can't
I'm
wait.
just like riffing, and it's nice to hear that somebody appreciated that, because I
Yeah.
certainly was very happy to do it again.
Yeah.
Be an idiot
It was a
around
good
people.
time.
Yeah.
to be in there. Yeah, and then I didn't see you really.
Yeah, because we weren't in the same like tight writing group. We
Yeah.
weren't comparing scripts, but we
Right.
had everyone would read 10 pages of their script each week.
Yeah.
And
We sat kitty
I
corner,
liked
I
your
remember.
script. Can we talk about it at all? All right, fine.
I actually, okay, you can.
Is it fair to
I don't
say-
know if I can because I don't remember.
It was a little lost. It was a little lost inspired.
Yeah.
It was plane
Yeah.
plane
Oh,
crash
wow,
a little
I can't believe
bit.
you remember. Also just exists in my own head.
But it was the cool twist where it was ex-boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
And the new guy, the ex-boyfriend was getting married. And
Girlfriend.
ex-girlfriend was getting
Yes.
married.
But they get stuck on this
And
island
they
together.
plane crash together.
Yes.
Oh.
And is the fiance there?
No. Actually, he might have.
But it was
you
like a
might
fun.
remember
It was
better
a
than
fun
me.
character study
Yeah.
of
It
because
was like these 10
yeah.
people or something on this island, and you don't know. It was very Lost inspired.
So-
and that being said, I hadn't watched.
That's awesome though, because then you can't rip anything from Lost.
Wait,
Yeah.
so do they sleep together?
That's a great question, Katie. I don't remember.
We're gonna have to read it.
Yeah, we'll have to
We're
crank
gonna
it
I
up.
think it was a
table
slow
read it.
burn. I think it was like a slow burn kind of thing.
We love those.
But I
Yeah.
remember thinking it was very cool
love
because
Silver.
I thought, just a plane crash script. Okay, we've seen that.
Yeah.
We've seen Lost, and just
Not all of
a.
us. Not me.
I actually haven't seen Lost.
None of us have seen Lost.
Lost is very popular, and
Yeah,
people
yeah,
have
yeah,
seen it.
yeah.
And just like if the just the boyfriend girlfriend story wasn't doing it, but I thought you had a very cool concept of
Thank you.
putting that dynamic in that arena.
Yeah, the super implausible.
Yeah.
In both situations, kind of.
Yeah,
all in
I wrote
one.
a script about a basketball player.
And I loved
yeah.
it. No, I didn't, like I said, yeah, I was shooting guard. Did I know anything? Not really. But I really liked your style of writing.
I always thought I was pretty good at dialogue.
Yeah.
And that
it
could
was
make
funny.
anything, even if it was structurally bad, it could be readable.
Yes.
That's what I always prided
I
myself on.
remember yours. I remember when we did table reads for Mary near house.
She was in that class?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
And I loved hers.
I don't remember it.
Like, I remember being like, oh my gosh, she's so fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
I didn't know her yet. That's what it was.
That's kind of where I met her too. And I was like, this girl is...
Yeah.
And you're living with her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Very
She'll be
exciting.
on the show. She'll be on the show.
Yeah.
She'll be on
Gotta
the
get
show.
her in her hot dog costume.
She is just one of the funniest people.
Yeah.
I was very lucky. I got to act in sketches with Mary, and one of my favorite people to act with. She just
She's so fucking
gets
funny.
this look in her eye and just this little smirk, and you're just like, oh my god.
And I just don't think you wouldn't suspect it,
Yeah.
which is why I was so like, oh my god.
She can't say the word chicken tenders though. Have you noticed that?
No.
She says.
Was it in her script?
She says, "Chicken tenders."
Oh, really? Is that a national
She
thing?
said, yeah, it's a Tennessee
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
She just said that a lot when we were friends, and every time she said it, I'd be like, dude, you're not saying that right at all. You're getting your vowels confused.
Yeah.
But that's where we met, and we
Yes.
both had, even though we didn't become close, we both had
We knew of
a
each
mutual respect for
Yes.
each other's abilities. And I
So
think we
kind.
maybe just like said something in like a passing joke.
Yeah.
That was like, huh.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyways, let's fast forward a little bit. Let's get
Yeah.
fucking Katie in the mix here, huh?
That's when things
Ela and I
really
had a class together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk
What
about
was
that.
our class before?
It was Zoom 290. None of
Oh
us saw each other
my
except for I think
gosh.
were we in a group?
Is this
No,
Terry
we
Saris?
weren't. No, no.
Who's instructing
this
you?
was, well, maybe virtually a group, but we didn't shoot in person together.
I shot in person with my group somehow because we
Yeah.
all like filmed.
I shot with mine too, but we weren't in the same one.
Yeah, okay, but we were in that class and we
Yes.
like it was Zoom. We just
Yes.
talked.
Oh,
all
Wow, you have
nothing
such a good
happened.
memory. Because we, God, we
Yeah.
were just, it was Robert,
Rayer.
right?
Rayer.
Yeah.
I blocked
Yeah.
out like that.
So it was
whole
every
entire
class
year.
was 2 hours on Zoom, and he,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, it's fine. I think we've covered him on the show a little bit. Yeah.
So yeah, that was technically our first class.
So that was your
together.
first, but it wasn't really a friendship.
Yeah.
Let's keep
It
moving.
was like, we have our cameras on because we feel bad.
Let's keep
Yeah.
swimming through the deep
Yes.
of this world.
Yes.
You know?
So fast forward to senior year.
Senior
Damn, were we really that
year.
old, huh?
Yeah.
Because yeah.
I don't know what these buttons are. Oh,
Try now. Hit one now.
Wait, you want?
I'm afraid.
Oh, incorrect.
Oh.
Get up, Kitty.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would have been a
355.
it would have been we end up in TV history
Yeah.
together. Cool,
of the
really
class.
cool. We got to watch all of the I think that's the coolest like screening list that I ever had in the class because we got to watch just all these sitcoms that
Yeah.
I loved.
Yeah.
Didn't do a lot of reading. Didn't show up to too many lectures.
I'm still a good student at heart.
Yeah,
You read all the
we
you
both
read
did
them
the
all?
reading.
God, mother of God.
I like would Adobe Acrobat it where like I'd audio play
me
it
too.
and I'd be like the store and the. But I do it times 2 speed to be like the store.
Yes.
It's
I
just-
actually, again, I'm gonna get on a tangent, but this is for any of you youngsters out there. download this app called Voice Aloud Reader. Pay the $9. Just do it. You can import any PDF or anything that even isn't a PDF, and it will scan it, and you can change the speed up to like 5 or 6 times, and you can listen to it like a podcast and go for a walk. That's what
So
I did my
smart.
entire senior year.
So smart. The hacks you learned senior year that you just like.
I was so mad.
I was so mad that I didn't learn.
Here's my hack to everybody out there, and this isn't gonna work for everybody, so I guess it's not for everybody.
some-
This
some
is
of y'all
for
out
those
there.
of you that
Yeah.
are, you know,
Special like Hunter.
built different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but we're absolutely built different. Don't buy any of anytime a professor tells you that there's a required reading
It's not.
for a course, it's not. It's not.
Unless you're me and Katie.
Unless
Yeah.
unless you're
Unless you love film.
But that was my big deal was, so how many film theory readings did we have where it was like, okay, I'm reading a paper from someone that can't make movies,
Right.
because if they could make movies, they would have made them. And they're just talking about
What an insane take. Is that like a
Rip
widely
them
accepted
apart.
thing? Is
Yeah.
that like those who can't
most
do teach?
most film theorists
You
are
agree with
they're
that?
in academe
That-
because
yeah.
they
The
fucking,
academ.
they couldn't fucking
Yeah.
got it.
Well,
I just thought
this is your show.
talking to someone that's accomplished nothing. I'm someone who thought I was wasting my time with reading, so instead I would play video games all day. Or whatever.
Well, I wish I had played more video games. That's a different thing.
Me too.
But they're
That's
so
what I'm
sick.
saying. Don't read readings for school. Don't do that. Anything you need, you can find on the internet. Someone's made a Quizlet set for whatever
Yeah,
class
that's
that you're
true.
in.
Yeah.
That's
All
There
of
are
it.
videos on how to edit in Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
I knew how to edit before I came. The only reason I'm a better editor leaving Michigan than before I got here is because of reps. It's not because I learned a new
Yeah.
technique on how to edit. You can learn all of that. Don't go to college.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
do, go to Michigan.
Yeah.
Because the
Michigan
leaders are the
Dolphins.
best. They got a really good football team.
All right, 3:55.
Yeah.
I mean, we just like chatted.
It was fun. So I would I would show up probably one every 3 lectures.
Yes.
Try to sit in the middle
We
of you
were
two.
okay at the beginning, but
You
then
tried to
towards the
separate
end.
us?
Yeah, I tried to sit in between you two.
Oh,
Well, okay,
I didn't
before
know
that
that
even
was
started,
purposeful.
I want
Have
to
a
say
baddie
like,
on either side.
like we came into that class and I was like, oh, like I know of both of you.
I read the roster.
I am going to be. I was like, we're like, I'm making you guys
Yeah.
my friends.
Yeah.
And
I
I
read-
just started talking.
Yeah.
And then you just started talking back. I was like, okay, like yeah, let's do this.
I was already like, we're all friends. I sat down. I was like, hey, my friends are in the class.
And it was awesome from the get go.
Well, that's kind of what it
Yeah,
was
it
because
was.
I think so. It sounds like we all did the same. I read the roster. I saw Fitzgibbons, Kalra.
that people tab on.
We got
Canvas.
we got
Yeah.
all we need. Ben Wishney was in the class at the
Oh
start.
yeah, Ben.
Didn't last long. He only
Saul.
poor dude could only. And then the homie Sol Van Hassel, also I
Yeah.
believe going out west.
Oh no way!
I didn't know that.
I
That's
believe
awesome.
so. And let's give one quick shout out to Christopher Lay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Christopher Legg.
She, not listening. Anyways, those are just people that we had class with. And but the interesting part about this is at the time you were producing a Wolf TV show called Michigan Time.
That I was.
Which was sort of the University of Michigan's student-led answer to Weekend Update.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Now, this
Yeah.
is interesting
Answer,
because
yeah.
I actually, my first semester at Michigan, I joined Wolf TV.
Yes.
And so I was in a lot of, I mostly did sports stuff, but I also made some sketches for a sketch show. And I sat in a few Michigan Time
The OG.
writers' rooms pre Ela Kalra.
Yes.
And let me just
I
say.
didn't exist. I didn't have a LinkedIn, so.
No.
And the people that ran outside of everybody that ran Michigan Time before you was great.
Yeah.
But I didn't have as much fun in there as I did when you took over the
Aw,
show.
Is it just because I'm here saying that?
Let me think
No.
about that for a
I would
second.
say
No, it's
the-
not. It's not.
I went to like
Thanks, guys.
more Michigan Time when you were there than I've ever any other.
That's because
semester.
we had class right before, and I'd be like, Katie, let's go.
That was very convenient.
That's not the only reason. It was also an awesome.
we were
freaking-
friends.
Yeah. Also, we were besties.
I think our friendship really kind of blossomed
Totally. In that
there.
North Quad
In
basement.
the end of 355, walk to North Quad basement.
Yes.
30
Yeah.
minutes we'd have together.
Yes. It
Um,
was a great time.
It was so fun.
I think, well...
do you have any special memories from that? Like,
I think my favorite part was, it was like, so the way we did it was people would write throughout the week. So I don't know how Michigan Time worked before, but the way that we had it set up was people would write jokes during the week based on what was going on, and then we do like a table read. I had so much fun during the table reads. And, like,
Those
the
were the best
rewriting.
parts,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was just so like, some of the things that like didn't make it were still just so funny.
still made us laugh.
Yeah. And like that was the best part of it. And like I said, because I got into the film stuff late, like that was like my biggest thing or like the thing I was most involved in with film. And so it like felt really good to be doing something with other people that like just like actually wanted to be there,
Yeah.
Yeah. So the table reads, so much fun. And then when we were actually shooting, I had a lot of fun like sitting in that control room, like directing, and like I loved that God mic.
That is the most fun part about being.
that thing.
Can we get this changed?
Yeah. And I don't know, I genuinely just really love the people who were
Yeah.
doing it. Like everyone was there because they wanted to. Like 5 to 7 p.m. on a Wednesday, it's like you could be anywhere else.
Yeah.
But they were down there, and so that was.
It was cool, and I always love writers' rooms are just like my favorite thing,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to do comedy.
Yeah.
Just because it's like that's all I've ever wanted to do is just be in a room with people that I think are funny and just
Yeah.
fucking go back and forth with them.
What else is there?
That's just the best. That's the best. And
Film archival work,
That's me.
which is awesome. That's the only other thing there is.
well,
Yeah,
there's also
there's, like-
podcasting, which is 95% hard work
Yes.
Yeah.
and grinding.
This is tough.
10% power, 20% luck, 15%.
What is that song? Why was that song so
it's-
famous? That
isn't
song
it, like,
sucked.
Will I Am?
Yeah.
No, it's not a Will I
It's not
Am
Will I
song.
Am? No? Okay.
20% luck, 50% skill,
I know what you're talking about.
30%
Name-
concentrated
it's
power of will.
Oh, is it the script?
No, it's not
No.
the
Is
it the
script. It's
What do I look up for
Hall
that?
of
find that
Fame.
song?
Name-
No. Hall
No,
of
no,
Fame.
that's a different
No.
song.
Oh.
name. Oh,
30%. I'm gonna look up 30% concentrated.
it's something like name. I
It's,
don't know.
Remember the Name.
Remember the Name.
by Fort Minor.
Fort Minor.
I never ever
not
would've
Will I
known
Am. I was thinking that one song that goes Will I Am and Britney. But they like it's like
Oh, well, okay. Well, hold on.
on the radio.
I won't play this. Well, I will play a second of it. Well, no. Now we're gonna
Let's
lose.
go. 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, and
never
100% pain. There's 15% pain and 100%
Pain is incredible. It might be the best lyric
Wait,
ever.
I don't think it's
I don't think
100%.
the percentages were right.
It's 100% reason to remember the name.
Oh.
That's what it is.
I think it's
Well,
like
I didn't remember.
5% pain or something.
Yeah.
100%
Yeah, it's
pain.
100% pain. Well, it's really interesting. Somebody just brought up Will I Am and Britney. Bring the action. That one.
When you see us in the club.
Yeah.
You
and
gonna
you're
turn-
gonna, all eyes on us. All eyes. Then it's like,
yeah.
When you see us in the club.
no, it's like, it's Will I Am and
turn it up.
and then it's like, yeah, I can get that in the soundboard.
Yes.
But it's really interesting that you brought that
awesome.
up because today, July 21st, Friday, Will I Am and Britney Spears dropped a new track.
Today?
Today,
No!
there's a new Will I Am. There's a new Will I Am
What
Britney
part of the
track.
internet are
Let's
you
do
on? Because
some
I don't think I'm
snaps.
on the same part of the internet.
What do
as
you mean?
Like, I didn't know that.
I
But
didn't
I
know
also
that
kind of
either.
live under
Well,
a
I
rock.
know that because I'm really into pop culture.
Oh.
Yeah, also Will I Am.
Yeah.
I'm really into the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. God, where is the love?
Yeah, where is the love?
love?
Probably
And the
my
thing
favorite
is
song.
like,
Oh. Is this the new? No.
It sounds like Poker Face.
I was gonna say I'm worried about copyright strikes. We're not making any money.
But we
I-
might.
yeah,
When we blow up in 3 days, we.
Yeah.
this episode goes on.
Is this the new song?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's called Mind Your Business.
All right, we're gonna sit for 3 minutes.
Time to get up
Oh,
and
me
shake, Kitty.
watching you?
I don't know.
A little voyeuristic.
It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like it doesn't seem like the same level of banger that
No.
Bring the Action was.
No.
Bring the
Nothing
Let me see
will
us in
ever
the
be.
club. All eyes on us. All eyes on us. I'm like looking around. Like, what?
Ooh, yeah, it's like
So that was Michigan time. I just like I liked when we would make people read jokes that I knew weren't gonna go well. I liked that a lot. I liked
Yeah.
watching the episodes. I refused to be on camera as much as I could when I was
Yeah.
there. The fatal flaw of Michigan time was that there was no studio audience,
yes.
which
was tough.
it was
That makes it.
it does,
Yeah.
and it was we just didn't have the capabilities
No.
to do it.
Those
So
pre-recorded laugh tracks.
never worked.
No.
Like the jokes, when you would watch the jokes, like they just didn't hit. They were
Yeah.
well written jokes, and they
Yeah.
were usually pretty well delivered, but they just didn't hit
Yeah.
because it was like uncanny valley.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
'Cause
had
you knew what it was supposed, what it could be.
yeah right.
And so you're just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
good effort.
So especially because like my favorite thing would be like because Jake Primact worked in he worked in the equipment room,
Yeah.
so he would come over and then we could get him to like read jokes that I
Yes.
knew would bomb, and he would like because he always gives it 100%,
yeah.
dude, and then he'd just be sitting there and you'd just be like, oh, it's gonna
You're
look
like,
so
okay,
bad.
next
Like, so funny, and then Jake would be like, I don't know. I just thought that was great. I think I submitted a Tom Brady joke every week.
Yep. I actually really don't think you missed a single one.
Yeah.
And I think they usually made the cut.
It was really convenient
became a
because
Because
Tom Brady, Michigan alumni. So
yeah.
obviously, there were other sports fans in that room actually, which was rare. Most Michigan film groups you're in, I was the only guy that cared about sports.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be. I always
No
thought
one's
it.
ever hit like Dave.
Yeah. Well, no one cares, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't care.
Sure.
Obviously,
I don't know.
about sports.
Why wouldn't people care?
Yeah.
It
Well,
gives
it's like a
so
thing to
much
care about.
love
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah, I
and
agree. But like when
camaraderie.
I would always talk about it, and I would get it's like, yeah, he's talking about sports. Yeah.
Just not film people.
Yeah.
just
Right.
weren't your
So then I got
audience.
into my head like, well, it'd be really funny if I could keep, steamrolling my agenda
Yeah.
through all of this.
I thought it was hilarious.
It was
personally.
convenient
And it
because
was
he
very
went through
convenient.
the like divorce.
Exactly.
right?
Brady was
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he
It was the
he
perfect
retired
time.
and then he came back and then
was just out.
his wife was like, if you
Yeah.
go back, you can't play football. And then this whole time we could still make fun of how he
Yeah.
kissed his kids and
Yeah.
stuff. And it was
Right
just
now-
perfect. Brady was in the news every week.
Yeah. Okay. I actually don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but because I signed an NDA. But
We can black.
just beep
Or
out like
bleep
every
it out.
third word.
Okay.
Okay. So I worked for production
Okay.
and I was doing script coverage, and one of them was like loosely based
80.
on.
Oh.
God, I went.
It was loosely based
can
on
you imagine if I
Deflategate?
was the intern who was like, make 80 for Brady right now.
recommend.
yeah, strongly, all bold, underlined. No,
Wait,
it
wait.
was not that.
It was the
and I did
what?
Not,
It was the Tom Brady biopic.
It was kind of like
It was a
basically.
It was a
but it was a
fiction.
based-
It was
yeah,
fiction. But it
And-
was Tom Brady's story.
basically.
A college quarterback
like-
is a
yeah.
late round pick, comes in for
It
injury,
wasn't all
becomes
that.
the greatest
it was like,
ever.
It was like he just retired.
Oh, and then
And-
comes back.
Yeah, so it was like
Okay,
the story of
okay.
like his couple of days, like or
Okay,
however
cool.
long. And I just remember reading it and being like, oh, I don't give
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So you're right.
Yeah.
Like, but your
And I
jokes
know
were
that.
hilarious.
and and it was
And I
nice
had
because
background
and Tom Brady is like kind of enough of a celebrity and in the public thing where that even people that aren't sports fans
Yeah.
like to laugh at Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
'Cause he kisses his kids.
And he's like a kind of an alt-right weirdo, I
Yeah,
think.
He's a little
He's close friends with Donald Trump.
Crazy.
So that's no good.
One of my best friends, the one who
That's
I
a legend.
carpooled with,
Sorry.
her dad just went on some like retreat, and she sent me. Can I show you the
Please,
picture?
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna.
Is
lose
Trump going to be in this picture?
Is it?
I forgot about this until this moment. Hold on, I
It's either going to be Trump or Brady, I think.
I don't even know if I know what he looks like.
Donald?
No, no.
Brady?
Tom
gotta
Brady.
show
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys.
you do.
Okay. I know he has a big
Okay,
forehead.
hold
He's in so many commercials.
Okay, then I know.
Yeah.
Where is this
I watch
picture?
so many commercials.
Please
Are you
don't.
mad at me?
Okay.
Are you fucking pissed
Okay,
at me
look
right
at
now?
this.
Always.
Inner engineering retreat. You see all these
Okay,
people, right?
I see. these
On this end, that is my friend's
people.
dad.
Oh,
Do you know who that is?
Wait, zoom in a little bit more.
No. Who is that?
That looks like Tom Brady to me. Yeah, that looks like Tom Brady to me.
Whoa.
And
That's cool.
They
Do you
became
think they were
friends.
buddies?
Oh,
They
no,
became
she
buddies.
Was like her dad is like this super eccentric. I love him. He's like a second dad to me.
Yeah.
He is so weird, and
Does he look familiar to you at all? Can you identify this man?
Whoa. You know, I was not thinking that was his
Sorry
face,
to
cut
cut
to
you
be
off, Ela.
honest.
no, you're good.
but-
So he comes back from this retreat, and he's talking about him
Tom.
by his first name, but like really like casually in passing. So,
Yeah, he played a little ball.
yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
You might know.
She sent me that picture. We were like on FaceTime. I was
Yeah.
like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, that's the fucking
Like,
goat.
of course, like this guy,
Yeah.
my friend's dad. It just makes sense.
Yeah,
If
right.
you knew him, you'd be like,
those guys that always just end up in the right place
oh
at the
yeah,
right time.
yeah. He's super smart. Like he,
Smart,
you know,
charismatic, yeah.
very charismatic, very charismatic, very smart guy. Explain the
Katie
blockchain
hates
to me.
No, I love smart, charismatic
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, unless they're friends with Tom.
Well,
No,
Well,
but-
yeah, yes to that. Unless they're
Yes.
friends with Tom Brady, except
I'll
for
set you up.
Ela's dad's friend.
Yeah.
I
With
would
Tom
love
Brady?
to meet Brady.
you guys can go on a date.
Yeah.
I would be like, dude,
He's
go
single
blue.
now.
I don't think I'm his type.
You never know until you try.
Yeah.
God, what would be my
I
in
think the
with
mustache.
Brady? The stash.
Yeah.
Get him.
I think.
He'd be like,
I
there's a
think
little
you-
food in there.
Oh,
And then he'd be like, "Oh, I can't eat that."
gets it out.
Tomato. Nah.
Look, guys, we're at an hour 12.
Wow.
Oh my god. I
And
feel
at
like
this
I
point,
could talk to you guys.
yeah. Well, when we
forever.
we've reached this point of the show.
Yeah.
We've covered kind of everything. I usually like to just let it roll. And we can just kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
chop the
also
shit
normally
up.
talk about
Let's
like
chop it up.
what do you want to do?
Yeah. You got any
Yeah.
goals or anything?
So okay, so like I said, came
Wait,
late to this. I don't know
really
if you heard
quick, you
that.
had a story earlier related to volleyball that you said was like the funniest thing that you get to later.
about volleyball.
You were like, it was right before you were like, I played a libero for volleyball. You were like, that's actually the funniest thing.
Oh
Let me get to
no,
it
I
later.
meant that basketball. It was hilarious
Oh,
that I was a
okay.
shooting guard.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't talk linearly at all.
That's fine.
In case anyone listening has noticed.
Well, anyone that listens to the podcast
yeah,
will know that this
yeah.
is not a
Not a linear thing.
a
Time
linear
isn't
show.
linear anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's
That's a
interesting.
lie.
Let's get into that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We got an alien.
this goes back to the communists.
Well, I've been accused. We've had some Red Scare moments
Yeah.
here.
Well, your
Mostly
hammer and
Primac.
sickle
With-
like,
damn
are still up.
God damn it. I'm not a communist. I think communism is bad in practice.
Yes. And now,
Should I
Hunter's
say
dad, you can
that?
stop listening.
Can I say that? Yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you,
I'm a
Ela.
close
wow,
listener.
you're a real fan.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I'm serious, you guys. No, but anyway.
What
I
is
could-
next for Ela
What is
Kalra?
next for me? So I'm doing a little more traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about that.
We've seen Vietnam and India. Where are we going next?
Yes. Now I'm going to Croatia. I'm gonna work on a vineyard in Italy for a month. Which I'm
Whoa.
really excited about. It's through
Where?
like Woof. It's like an hour east of Verona. Anyone can sign up for these things,
It's
guys.
through Woof?
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of Workaway or like there are these sites where people who it's not always farms, but Woof is specifically farms. You have a farm in exchange.
Yeah, I've looked into it.
In exchange for room, board, and food, you come and do like 4 to 5 hours of work a day, and then you can
Yeah.
just
It's really cool.
Do
Hang
whatever
out,
you
yeah.
want.
It's like a co-op.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like a family-owned farm. One of my best friends from school here, one of my roommates, she and I are gonna go for a month, try and learn Italian. They've got like
Meet a man.
yeah, well,
Tall,
I
dark,
mean,
and handsome.
it's gonna be me, this family, and like their newborn
Yeah.
child. So
Be like, ciao.
yeah, meet a little baby boy.
Is there like
yeah,
is there a nightlife outside Verona?
I don't think so. I think it's like bed by 9:30.
Yeah, so it might be a farm
to get
in
up
town.
and work
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
farm.
Well, it'll be
But
pretty.
It'll be awesome.
It'll be pretty.
And they're like now it'll be a widely known fact for all your listeners. I love horses.
Oh,
Not
me too.
something you. Oh, have we
Horse
talked about
Oh
this?
I think we
Come
have.
on.
I
This just
know.
became the
Okay,
horse
they're
girl cast.
lovely. They're lovely animals. They're very.
They're majestic.
sweet.
They're so strong.
Isn't it awesome that there's an animal that you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go like 25 miles an hour sitting on your back? Like, isn't that insane?
That's
that
crazy.
humans have been doing that for centuries.
Jump
I
over
don't know. I think
rocks.
it's cool.
Go through streams.
The
Horses
ho-
are awesome.
They're awesome, and the farm has 2 horses.
Have you guys been
Oh.
horse girls forever?
A while.
I used to compete.
You did do equestrian. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I was never that like I used to ride them at camp and stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys have
Do
the
have
book?
pictures?
Did you guys have the holographic bookmarks that were the horses
Yeah.
running?
Yeah.
I think probably in my time.
Oh
I
my
think you
God.
definitely did. Yeah, I think
That
you
was
did.
awesome. So anyway, I'm really excited
Yeah.
to work there. And
Are
then
the horses rideable?
that's one of the questions I have to ask. But even if they're not, I'm just excited to go
To hang
See
out.
'em, yeah.
hang out.
You get to scrub the little dirt off them.
Yeah, and just
So
be
fun.
like a friend.
And so this this fascination with horses, and this is all because they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in general, I don't know. They're like sweet, gentle.
Yeah. Horse girls get a bad rep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I think, and I didn't want to like, spread anything. I didn't want to reinforce any stereotypes about horse girls.
I think we're thinking of the same one. We're not gonna talk. We're not
pretty
gonna.
sure a common
Guess we are
psycho,
gonna talk about
common like therapeutic view of it, of like the whole
Say it.
infatuation with horse girls is that there's like some deep seated like sexual. Girls want to fuck horses.
Oh.
Not me.
And
Not
I
let it be
known. Not
I think very widely, almost across the board. It's not a conscious thing. Nobody looks at a horse and is like, I want to fuck that horse.
I
There are
hope
definitely
not.
people out there, but
But
Yeah.
subconsciously,
But not us.
it's hard. It's
Not
really hard
us.
to know the subconscious.
sure. Well, for
So-
me, it's like, well, you know how like, okay, there are lots of different parts of this. One, a lot of horse girls are like people, like girls who grow up in like rural small town.
yeah.
So like
Around
they
horses.
could be. They could be like deep into QAnon, and instead they're out there riding horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like
So we should be happy.
So we should be happy.
Yeah, we should be happy.
Yeah.
And then the other part is like no, well, yeah. Now people give car guys shit, but
Yeah.
it's like
well, they want to fuck their cars.
I was probably
Clearly,
not
right?
the best example
Clearly, right?
because I agree with
yeah,
that.
right. Yeah.
So you know what? I'm not going to speak for all of them.
No,
Katie,
I know
your
what you're
take.
saying though. Like it's just like another way to demonize women for liking things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get back to that, Hunter.
So
No, but you know what? You're probably not wrong. There probably
there probably are people who want to
Yeah.
like fuck horses, but
Hold on.
but
hold
like
on.
the whole stereotype I feel like comes from a deep seated like misogyny.
Yeah.
Do you think
No, I
He's
don't think
turning
you-
red
I don't
for
think
the
you-
listeners out there.
for the
The
Spotify?
mustache is starting to peel off.
It's falling out of my face. Do you think I demonize women?
No. Although we do pick on you a lot. I
We
feel like
gotta
you
move
would have the right to demonize us if
yeah.
we really need
If
to.
anyone has motive.
Yeah.
No, Hunter
No,
is
it's
an
all
ally.
jest.
Yeah.
Always have been. I always have been.
Yes.
I am. I don't know why you say it
Who
like
loves
that.
women more than Hunter Davidson?
Hunter Davidson loves
Hunter
women.
Davidson loves
Stop
women.
saying it like that, please. I'm begging you
We're not gonna be
Your
able to
show,
show
your
this
show.
entire
to
episode.
just say it.
Oh.
Which one are you looking for?
I don't know any of them. Reset.
What's monster voice? You have it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
Davidson.
Now,
What's your middle name?
Mac.
Matt?
Big Mac. I want you to park that Big Mac truck.
That is really my yeah. Oh my God. I have a high pitched one. Fuck. That's really funny though. That's really funny. My middle name.
You don't have a middle name?
My middle name is Mac.
Mac.
Named after my
Oh.
great grandpa. Great grandpa Mac.
CK
Cool.
or just C?
CK.
CK.
That's a good way to spell.
Hunter
Yeah.
Mac Davidson.
Big Mac. Yeah.
Big Mac. Cool.
Awesome.
Hunter
I feel,
Mac.
like, I feel like we interrupted where you were going. So we're talking about.
What's your middle name?
Oh.
Rose?
No, why would you
Anne?
guess that?
Taylor?
No.
Ann?
No.
I feel like
Marie?
I know it.
Rose is a crazy one because that was like everyone
Yeah,
our
that's why I
year's
guessed
Rose.
it first.
Yeah. Do you want to
Marie?
keep guessing or do you want me to tell you?
Lynn?
No, that's
uh,
my mom's middle name. But it's her maiden name.
What does it
Oh,
start with?
shit.
What does
Yeah.
it start with?
I'm not going to get a
A
maiden
J?
name. Is it a common maiden name?
Yeah.
Catherine?
No. Mine's not a maiden name.
Your-
Lynn, my mom's, is a maiden
Oh,
name.
your middle
Your
name
middle
is
name
not
is
your
not-
mom's maiden name.
Is it a
No.
common middle name, yours?
Yeah, it's a common name.
Jacqueline?
Oh, that's great.
I like that we're just doing this for like it's on.
That's what my
It's not
roommate's
Jacqueline.
name Janine?
Jamie.
Janine? No.
Catherine Janice.
No,
Fitzgibbon.
it does roll very well with like Catherine. and the
Catherine
Fitzgibbons.
Jane Fitzgibbon.
No.
Catherine.
Who's still listening?
Can I just
tell
tell
us,
you guys?
Yeah,
It's
go ahead.
Julia.
Oh,
That's good.
I feel like it's a pretty
We
good one.
suck.
Catherine
What's
Julia
yours?
Fitzgibbons.
I have 2.
Okay.
The first one is Rahel.
Cool.
It's like the Hebrew.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second one is Uman, which is what my mom's maiden name.
Cool.
My mom's name. She didn't change her last name.
Nice.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. Good segment,
That's
guys.
cool.
Comment your middle names.
Oh, wait, I do have. Oh, I did have Little Garage.
And your social.
It's on Katie though.
Everyone comment your full names
And your
then-
social
Everyone,
security
numbers.
everyone
Yeah.
dox yourself in the comments. I mean, shit. We could talk about.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys have even talked about your plans on the show. Have you?
What we want to do with it?
Yeah.
I
Well, where
feel
you guys are going the next couple months? What are you guys
Yeah.
getting up to?
I mean, I've been promised an episode, so I feel like I want to keep those close
Yeah.
to my chest. Is this a high five?
Yeah. Good call.
Hunter
Well, I
and I are
think we
staying
just should
together.
talk
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah. Basically,
Well, we're
roommates,
going
future
west.
roommates.
We're gonna be neighbors. It was huge because when Katie told me that she was gonna move to DC, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Was
Don't go there.
I was like, whoa. Well, I was like, whoa, don't go there. Then I was also like, what about my podcast?
Yeah. Who's gonna produce this? Because it's not you.
And we have dozens of listeners every week that tune in. And
We
so I
do.
need, we do. We
I
have
just
dozens
posted
of
all
listeners.
the episodes onto Pinterest this past week. Yeah.
Another platform.
Yeah.
Oh, oh God, we're gonna have to get on TikTok at some point.
Now, I was gonna talk to you in our next producer meeting about that.
Yeah, dude.
Which is just me like speed texting Hunter
Yeah,
everything
that's
I thought about.
It's awesome though. Yeah, we're moving to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
To pursue our entertainment Hollywood dreams. We picked a really good time to move there. I don't know
Yep.
if
Oh, I've been following.
I know you are. I don't know if
Oh,
if our listeners
Yeah.
read the news.
Actually,
if I was
there's
just
a
like,
really good
"Ah,
podcast.
What's going on over
Yeah.
there? There's a good podcast about
Uh,
following the strike.
Yeah, it's like Deadline on Strike
Oh.
or something like that. I'll find it and
And maybe
we
just
can
listen
link
to
it. It's
them
really
for
good.
like 3 minutes and then come back
Come
to this
back,
show.
Yeah.
definitely the more accurate.
We can give you better
informative.
news
Yeah,
about
give
the
you awesome
strike
news,
here.
all three of us, not necessarily
But that's crazy.
in the
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, I want to do stand-up comedy. I want to
That's
just, yeah. I mean, I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it for until I feel like I'm not getting better at it, or until I totally hate it. That's
Sure.
kind of my goal
I've
right now.
seen you do stand up. It was great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was
Deadline
really
strike
high
talk.
at that show.
was that? Did that make
you?
it better or worse?
I think that for you, well, I went there to see you. I went there to see you, and there were other people, and because I didn't have I thought you were hilarious.
That was awesome.
And all the other people, I was kind of like, why am I? We came.
Why am
me
I
and my
sitting through
roommate,
this
we were
show?
also right at the front.
I do remember
was this at
that.
the Blind Pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
that-
you were at that show.
Did I
No,
see you?
no. This was
No,
this was the second.
This was the
time.
January show.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't there.
But I thought you were great.
Yeah, I actually think you may have been one of the only people that I knew in
Yeah,
the crowd that
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I think Jake was there.
Yeah, he did show up. We'll
Yeah.
cut
so
that
you
out.
want to just done it? No.
This one.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
stand-up
just gonna
comedy.
try to be doing stand up. Keep doing this, obviously, for as long as it keeps being good for us.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, there's like a lot out there to do sometimes when people give you
Once in a while.
when people like read your resumes. I don't know. I have always been very interested in like film archivist work and working in like conservation and preservation. You typically need a master's to go into that field, and I don't want to do that just yet. So I think I'm gonna go out there and like try to get some sort of assistant.
Totally.
position. Who knows? I
knows?
could. You know, the other day I googled fishing jobs because I was really like
Just curious.
I don't know.
And not related to anything
I don't have
else.
any skills for fishing.
Fishing jobs.
I was like, fishing jobs, LA.
Yeah, they're by the water.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
Something.
it's coastal.
Yeah.
Catching crabs.
Yeah, I
Your
mean,
bare hands.
Venice Beach. you're under the
They're like,
boardwalk at
okay,
Venice
you
Beach.
got 2 of these, you're in good shape.
Yeah. See, it could be an awesome job.
My backup plan was always to be a ski bum. If everything fell through, I was
Oh.
gonna move to probably Colorado.
Yeah.
Legal weed. But maybe Montana or like Wyoming or something,
Yeah.
Idaho.
Yeah.
Just like live at because they do like
You
employee
can do
housing.
workaway stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
fun.
like manual labor. I'm not built for that. I'm Jewish.
There's like a lot of woofing jobs that don't necessarily require manual labor though. You could like
Yeah.
work in
Woofing.
someone's woofing.
WOOF.
WWOOF.
Yeah.
Worldwide
www.oof.
farm. I don't know why there's 2 O's.
Worldwideweb.organic
Yeah.
observable farms.
Observable. All the unobservable ones, not. No, but they like you can work in like cafes or do like my friend did one.
Can I give ski lessons?
Almost
Yeah.
Can I be a
one.
ski instructor?
You probably,
Well,
yeah.
then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
shut down the podcast right now.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, never
don't
mind.
do that.
I mean, no.
We are so lucky Katie's on board.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that watches. Everybody that's listened to any amount of this is like, if he was doing it by himself, it would be
It wouldn't make it out
it
the
would be
gate.
so
Oh,
much worse.
I would appreciate that. I don't think so. I think you would get it done by yourself. But
Yeah, I would, but it would be a
lot.
lot worse.
Maybe.
Yes.
That's
I have a
nice.
little pizzazz.
Yeah.
You bring a certain moxie to the show,
Moxie.
and that's what we need is
I
moxie.
like that.
She's got
word.
spunk.
We need
I got
go-getters.
spunk.
Yeah.
I got-
My
we
mom
need,
loves that
We need
word.
chutzpah.
Spunk.
Chutzpah.
Yeah. You guys are so nice. I'm gonna
We're
leave
just-
now.
we're just-
All right, peace out.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right,
I
peace
Yeah.
gotta dress up for a certain something.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this newfound confidence and I'm gonna walk the streets.
I'm gonna walk you right downtown.
But yeah, so that sounds awesome, you guys. And like I was talking to Katie before we came in, and like a lot of my friends who are moving places, a lot of it's East Coast, or some both of you guys, and like I'm like really torn because a lot of my friends are going to New York, but a lot of my friends in film are going to LA, and that's where most of the jobs are.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, it's all just scary. And so I just think it's awesome that you guys are just doing it.
Well, it's absolutely the probably scariest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I think.
And you're not having any sort of reaction to it.
I'm handling it like a
chill.
champ. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking straight and narrow. No, it's good. It's good to break down when you're moving across the country. I think if you didn't have a complete breakdown when you said bye to your family and friends and moved across the country and everything that you knew and loved, there's probably a screw loose up
Well,
there.
this is also the farthest for you.
Yeah, I did
the
like
first time.
I did like a month in LA when I was in high school, but that wasn't really a move.
Like a real. Yeah.
This is the farthest
This is the
I've
real
ever.
deal.
Yeah, I've only ever moved from Kalamazoo to Ann Arbor.
Sure.
That's not very far.
Well, it's you're still away, but this
It
is
never
like,
even felt like a way though.
Right.
That move
'Cause you
was
could
easy for me.
go-
That move
yeah.
was hard for my parents, but that was easy for me.
right.
Yeah, because fucking you just come in.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's good.
It'll be okay.
No, it will
Everyone
be
will be
good. That's
happy
the
and
thing.
good.
That's why I'm part and like 10% of this. Do you guys have anxiety?
Yeah.
Just like general.
I would say undiagnosed, but probably.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
A big thing for me with depression and anxiety is like everything, like my life is good and I'm making the right decisions, but I still feel like this, which
Oh,
just
totally.
creates a negative feedback loop, which is annoying because I know it's a good thing and I know I'm going to enjoy every second of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't,
most of
that's
it.
okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I took a swing.
Yeah.
You know, my mom, I was just with my mom today, and she said 6 months is like the point that everyone has to hit in order to feel comfortable in a new place.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like that's a really good thing
Yeah.
to go by is like 6 months. You're going to feel like shit, especially as, like, starting a new job, meeting new
Yeah.
people. And we're lucky enough that we're going to know people out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But like 6 months is when you start solidifying your friendships
Totally.
and you start feeling
Yeah.
comfortable. So
Totally.
you got to give it till then.
And I'm like I'm kind of in a little bit of a lucky position, or I guess it's a double-edged sword. Like I feel like I'll probably end up going out to LA because I know that that'll be a nice different change from like I lived on the East Coast, you know, and like I like New York, but I also lived there for a summer, and like it's a lot. It's a lot, and like LA is where the jobs are. And so I'm kind of like, it's this double-sided thing where like you guys are going to be all out there. You're going to kind of figure it out. I'm going to get to hear from you guys, like what's working, what's not. But then at the same time, I'm like, oh, am I going to be missing out? Like you guys are all going to be hanging out. And then I'll come and I'll be like, hey guys.
Well, here's what I have to say about that. Well, you go ahead first.
Okay, I feel like the first, I think you're gonna, if you come later, it's gonna be really good because
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to come in a time period where everyone is kind of like figured some things out
Sure.
and they can like push all this knowledge onto
Yeah.
You get to be inserted into like an infrastructure
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
won't have been figured out, but will people have been doing it for a year, and
Yeah.
you'll just be able to slide right in there
Yeah.
easily, which is
Yeah.
a benefit.
And the good thing is everyone I know loves you.
Yeah.
So like it'll
That's
be
very
very
sweet of
easy to
you.
like.
I actually do know
join.
one person that hates you.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to
Whoa.
talk about
Yeah.
that? Should we talk
Yeah,
about
let's
that?
talk about it.
I don't know if we should. Okay,
Wait,
we'll
I don't know
talk
who
about
this
it.
person
Can
is.
Wait, do
cover
you
the,
think
like-
I'm joking?
No, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Will
you
just
do.
cover it?
I
Yeah,
get to
let's
know this
maybe not
later.
talk about that.
Okay.
I just had to bring it up
Yeah,
because I'm a little
yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
Because I'm a
Well,
little,
no,
I'm a little
you're-
devious
you're
little
like,
imp.
You gotta.
I'm trying to find.
foot in both.
I do. Well, it's been
yeah.
very weird for me because I know we're at an hour and a half. Do we want to
Oh,
keep
yeah. What time
talking
is
and
it?
then talk about this later? It's 4:47. We can just wrap it up.
4:47,
Let's wrap
sure.
it up.
Maybe we'll wrap it.
Hour and a half.
We
This was
gotta
good.
get to Barbenheimer.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to not do full. People seem to like kind of like the 2-hour episodes, but I'd like to go back to
Yeah.
hour and a half and
See how they
shorter and
do.
see what it's like. So we'll wrap it up
Just
here.
Having a great time with you guys.
Oh, dude. Well,
It's just hanging out.
Yeah.
look, man,
just
we're gonna be
hanging out.
talking. Well, and what I wanted to say was, you haven't made like you're taking a gap year,
Well, it's
a
gonna,
work year,
until like January. So
a gap
okay.
semester,
semester
basically.
basically, because I'm still.
But then you haven't made
any.
any commitments about where you're gonna go after that,
No.
right?
Well, after I do some more traveling, I'm gonna be in DC for 3 months.
3 months in DC.
So October, November, December. I was gonna do some more traveling working after that, but it's kind of looking like
But everything's
I need a job.
but like the in January everything's open though.
Yeah.
So that's decision time. Well,
Yeah.
then I'm at mid
You're
and
gonna.
reset, and I imagine around January we'll be talking a lot.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hope so, you guys.
And also
Maybe another visit on the podcast
Yeah,
so I can
part
just
2.
talk my shit.
I mean, you have the open invite here.
Oh, thanks,
Obviously,
guys.
with our kind of 3-way,
Yeah.
we're almost a
Oh, yeah.
throuple.
I think we are.
Oh my
we
god!
could be a
Hottest
throuple.
throuple there ever was.
Yeah. They see us in the club.
All eyes on
eyes on
us. Should we end it there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Do you want to plug? Do you have any plugs?
Ela
Kalra
yeah,
on
no,
Instagram.
don't follow me on anything.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
even-
smart. You don't want mine.
yeah. It's not even that. Just like don't enjoy
Oh.
this episode and
Don't
I,
follow. Don't
I
find
don't
you.
exist again.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I don't have a
Crazy.
LinkedIn. Don't look me up. It was lovely to be
Um,
here with you guys.
It was so much fun.
We love you.
And Katie, this was a blast.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
you're everything.
I'm everything. I try to be.
Your mustache is great.
Yeah. A round of applause for Hunter's
Yeah.
mustache.
I'm so
He's
happy to be friends with you guys. I'm so happy. Have fun at Barbenheimer.
Thank you.
And
You guys too.
thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys coming up here. A lot of fun stuff planned.
Yeah.
A lot of big guests planned. None bigger than Ela Kalra, but
I'm huge.
you're
Massive.
physically none of our guests
Well,
are bigger
you
than
did play basketball.
I was a
so-
shooting guard.
Yeah.
nice.